Hello. Today in this video, I'm going to be explaining Backrooms level 826, which is better known as the Sea of Bones. Usually when I talk about horrifically terrifying levels in the Backrooms, they are pretty bad, and I mean it every single time. They are horrible, like Johnny's dinner party, Rot in Jane, the lobotomy level, all those places that you never want to go to. Those are not good levels. They're terrifying, they're dangerous, they're not safe for human life. But the level that I'm explaining today, it might actually be worse than all those for human life specifically. And I mean, the name kind of gives it away, but still, sit back and relax, lock in, and get ready to hear all about level 826, aka the Sea of Bones. Also, leave a like on this video for more episodes just like this one. If it gets 5,000 likes, I'll release another 1-hour video with more deadly levels. Please. Level 826 has been classified with a dead zone rating because of its many hazards, uninhabitable environments, and as well as their unreliable exits. Quite frankly, spoiler alert, you pretty much can't. Something that makes this level very unique is that it can be accessed only through sleeping. So the entrances and the exits, they don't exist in the mortal plane like normal levels, yet somehow your physical body is still in the level even though you're dreaming. I'll talk more about the science on that later. For a number of reasons, this makes level 826 extremely dangerous and extremely unpredictable because you can't really control your actions while you're being asleep. If someone falls asleep and their body ends up in this level's domain, they'll be greeted with what appears to be an infinite pile of bones stretching out for as far as anyone can see. Think about it like you're at a trampoline park in real life, and you know how they have those foam pits with the big foam blocks? That's how this level is forever, except there's no foam pit or block, it's just decayed skeletons and bones. Now, a little side note, for the video, it's very hard to find images that relate to this level to showcase like a sea of bones. Everything that I can find is AI generated, and I hate AI, as you know. So I went to Photoshop and I painstakingly made the images that you're seeing today, and I placed every single skull in the spot that it is, just to have some sort of visual for you all. You're welcome. But anyways, the bones that make up the expanse appear to be human in origin, which is a scary thought, but there are other types of bone structures that have been seen. Some people claim they're from unknown creatures and entities that aren't documented. Whatever the case is, the majority of the bones here are just human skulls and other various parts. Think of that, but literally just as far as you can see and as deep goes. That's all the level is. Walking on top of these infinite pile of bone and hair is very treacherous because some of the bones are broken and sharp, and some are pointed in a certain way where you could literally, inject it into your own body. Some of the bones will shift and sway, and they'll open up huge caverns and crags that you can fall into, which you don't want to do that. So be very careful where you step, and make sure that you're very cognizant of where you're going so you don't fall down a giant bone mountain or something. The sky in level 826 is absent of any forms. And what I mean by that is there are no stars, there's no suns, there's no cloud cover, there's no moon, there's nothing. Instead, it's just stuck in a perpetual brightness that has no origin. On top of this, the level is extremely humid and very hot, causing this sweltering desert kind of vibe. One of the major dangers of exploring this place is the possibility of heat stroke, since you're gonna have to work really hard not to fall down giant chasms of bones or step into holes and gouge yourself. Your heart rate's going to be increasing more than it normally would, and you couple that with the insane heat from the level and the humidity and the treacherous environment, that is a recipe for heat stroke or worse, which is real stroke. But because of the environment that this level displays, the rate of decomposition here is extremely high. So if you somehow have food on your person when you come here through your dream, it'll spoil at an alarming rate. The same goes for water and pretty much every other thing that comes here. It seems that the level itself can affect things on a cellular level, making them decompose faster than any natural thing should be allowed to. And yes, this carries over to humans as well, and that means the longer you stay inside of the level, walking on top of this expanse of bones, the more your body will begin to decay from the inside out, because your cells are essentially exploding in mass and they're not regenerating. Now you might be asking yourself at this point in the video, Brugly, you said this level is only accessible through dreaming. So if that's the case, how does your body get affected? Well, it's a good question you just asked there, but let me explain it in the way that the page describes it. Everyone's been there before. It's been late at night, you get a random pain in your body somewhere, and you start freaking out, and you look up what's wrong with me, and the internet says you have 10 different types of cancer, and you also are about to have a heart attack. And I'm sure most of you have experienced that. You know, it's not a very fun time. But instead of freaking out and getting in your own mind, you can put your mind at ease using today's sponsor, ZocDoc. ZocDoc makes it easy for you to find the right doctor that fits your needs very quickly, and you don't even have to call an office and worry about getting put on hold or talking to a receptionist or scheduling appointments. ZocDoc makes it so simple. You see, ZocDoc is a free website where you can easily search and compare and compile high-quality in-network doctors to find the one that is going to fit your needs. Appointments made through ZocDoc oftentimes happen very fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. And in some cases, you can even get same-day appointments made. And ZocDoc isn't just for one type of healthcare. They have over 100,000 providers across almost every single specialty there is, ranging from mental health to dental health, to eye care, to skin care, and almost everything in between. You're going to be able to find something that fits what you need. So if you want to stop putting off making your doctor's appointment because you don't know how or it's overwhelming, you can use ZocDoc. It's completely free, and you can do so by going to ZocDoc.com/Brugli, which I've also linked in the very top of the description, or you can scan the QR code on screen right now to go there as well. So if you want to find a top-rated physician to take care of your every need, you can go to ZocDoc.com/Brugli and check it out. Thank you for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it, shall we? Somehow the existence of this level 826, physically can only be entered while a person is in REM sleep elsewhere in the backrooms. But when your brain enters the level's boundaries, it also pulls your physical body from wherever you're at right now into this place. Think of your brain as a key, and once that key is shoved into the lock of a door and then turned, it'll open that door and you can walk through it. Which means that your brain is the key that opens the door, and behind the door is this level, and once your brain opens it, your body can walk through to the level. Wow, I almost sounded a little bit smart there, didn't I? The only landmark of note in this entire sea of bones is somewhat of a really unknown thing. We're not really sure about it, but it looks to be a massive bottomless pit with a huge statue coming out of the middle of that pit, and atop the statue is a human hand sculpture. The hand is made of stone, and it's connected to the pillar that goes down into the pit, so far down, by the way, that you can't see the bottom. It's actually unknown what's down there. We have no clue if it's endless or a void or what the significance of the hand is. There's just a giant stone hand statue in the middle of a pit somewhere here. The problem with this is we don't really know where it's at because the level does appear to be infinite as far as humans can understand. There's no maps of it, no borders exist, so no one actually knows how to spot this pit. You kind of just have to run up on it when you least expect it, which makes it kind of dangerous. The entirety of the Sea of Bones is honestly an allegory or a metaphor for the backrooms itself, right? The longer you walk around it, the more deadly things become, the more you physically decay. It's a horrible place to be, and that's pretty much what this level is as well. And when you come here, whether you do it on purpose or by accident, all you're going to be doing is walking up and down huge mounds of bones and hair and tissue with nothing else to look at. It's the same things over and over and over again, and it's monotonous and it's boring, but you're going to have to lock in really hard if you want to survive this level and get back and wake up from wherever you're sleeping. The way to do that is very complicated, and I'm going to try to explain it in the best way possible, so just bear with me for 2 seconds. Now, as I said, to enter the level, you have to be dreaming, and you have to be in REM sleep to get sent here. And when the person's body does get sent here, when you walk through that proverbial door, the possessions that you have around your body and on your body will follow you into the level. And on top of that, any injuries that you sustain while in the Sea of Bones, they will be with you if or when you escape. So it's not like you're actually in a dream world. You're in a real place, and it's really affecting you. So my first kind of piece of advice for you would be, if you're gonna sleep anywhere in the back rooms, make sure that you have some sort of like water or food always on you. That way, if the chance of you getting sent here happens, if the worst happens, then you might be able to survive a little bit longer. Now, there is no listed exit to the level, as I said, which is kind of a huge part why the Sea of Bones is a dead zone difficulty, of course. But that's not to say there is no way out of it. At the bottom of the levels page, there's a poem or short story of sorts, something like that. It's about a paragraph long, and I'm gonna go ahead and read that to you right now. This might shed some light on the Sea of Bones and how you might escape it. As you fall deeper into the abyss, a cacophony of voices fills your ears. You can hear them calling towards you, so many that you've forgotten, so many that you've left, a world away, a lifetime away. Only a few stand out, stronger than the rest, clearer. These are the ones that you'll never forget, never stop mourning, never move on from. You see their faces begging you to save them. Is this hell? Is this heaven? You'll find out in time, but for now, you're just a visitor. One form stands out from the sea of souls. It's different from the rest. While the others are just fragments of their former selves, this one is whole. A caretaker. It watches you without eyes, moving in ways that you cannot comprehend. The voices struggle to break free, but they cannot return. This is the conclusion for them. But there is no end as the figure moves closer to you. You can feel it seeping into your soul, guiding it out. You try to call to the voices, but they can no longer hear you. You will be with them soon enough. You wake up. So that was that little short story, kind of creative writing that's at the bottom of this page. It sort of almost hints to the fact that what you're hearing and experiencing isn't actually real, and that when you wake up, somehow, you just wake up. So what you did experience might actually be physical and in the realm of normality, but once you wake up from your dream or whatever, you might be able to escape. It also seemed like you're falling, or the person in that story was falling, perhaps through that infinite pit where the statue was, and at the bottom of the pit is just the idea of waking up. That's how you actually wake up, is by jumping in the pit. That's my official theory. You heard it here first, folks. If you want to wake up and survive the Sea of Bones, you gotta jump down the pit. Theories on this level's existence range from it being a place where every wanderer that passes on in the Backrooms is sent, to it being a level where the victims of the Bone Thief entity are sent when they consume them. If you don't know what the Bone Thief is, I made videos on it, but essentially it's a creature that consumes wanderers and then takes their bones and spits out their skin, and we don't really know where the bones go, so it could be here. And maybe it's an exit to real life. Maybe the pit is not an exit from the level, rather it actually lets you escape to the earth. Whatever the case is, I want to hear what you have to theorize about it down in the comments below. And while you're down there, while you're doing that, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. That was my explanation of level 826, the Sea of Bones. Hopefully you got something out of it. I hope you had a great day wherever you're at. I apologize for my voice. I kind of lost it while recording today, and it's cool. I had a decent day. I'm pretty tired, but I think we're gonna survive. I hope you all did enjoy the video. I know there wasn't much visual stuff. There wasn't many pictures I could get, since all of kind of the Sea of Bones would be AI generated if you look that up. So I just created what I could. Hopefully it worked. If you want to see more videos like this and more videos from me, check out Spoogly, my other channel. I upload all the time on there, and my Instagram and my TikTok, or you can just subscribe here on Broogly to keep up with all the stuff going on. With all that said, I will let you go, and I'll see you wherever I see ya. Bye.